who would it be? Would it be Gustavo Hamer or Rolland Sallai? Let me do a little poll here. One of the two, who we getting? Let's see here. Sallai and, of course, Hamer, my man. What are you guys saying? Solomon, yes. What are your thoughts on Solomon, the man, the myth, the legend? For me, listen, if he and we can keep the man himself fit, then we have got a serious player on our hands. If he can't keep himself fit, then that is it. Currently, Sallai is leading the poll. Hamer for you. Hamer Nipper. Good pickup. His contract runs out next year, so it makes sense to get him. Solomon, evening all. Einar Daul Haraldsson. Sorry, I don't know quite how to say that, man. Einar Daul Haraldsson. Mikey Burke, big up JT, big up yourself, Mikey. Stephen Flood, Hamer or Sallai? For me, I'd have to go Gustavo Hamer. If we could get one of the two and I had to choose one, I love Sallai. But I think we need that re-envision or reimburse player into the midfield a little bit more importantly than we do in the wide areas. I think the wide areas are important to invest in, but in terms of attacking midfield, I think that is where Leeds United should be looking to strengthen both, to be honest. If we could get both, yeah, but let's be real. Getting both is probably extremely unlikely right about now. That is the unfortunate situation that we do find ourselves in. But, hey-ho, what do you know? A little bit of a meltdown earlier, by the way, when we were talking about Gustavo Hamer. A lot of Sheffield United fans have been giving me a lot of stick today, so I need you guys to back me as much as you can. And I just want to say, before we do get into all the news and all the riff-raff and all the ups, the downs, the left, the rights, and all of that, I did take a break from YouTube for a little bit. I've been doing this channel for about 3 years now, 4 years, and I did run out of, I explained a lot of it before, but I ran out of the love for it. I felt like I was just kind of in a rut of doing things that wasn't really passionate about, and I'm either full on or I'm not on, you know what I mean? There's no 50-50 for me, and I wasn't feeling it, so I had to take a little break, a little hiatus for a couple of months, and right now, as I said, that did me the world of good because I feel passionate, I feel reinvigorated about it, and that's why you're seeing me slamming out the content left, right, and center. And I want to say thank you guys so much. The support you guys have shown me the past week and a half has been phenomenal, and I can't thank you guys enough. We just hit 5,000 subscribers. That is a huge, huge milestone for me. 3 bloody long years. Yes, I turned you grey, Joe Depp. That's what I'm saying. Some of you are new, some of you are old. Oliver, this guy has been all over the comments recently, supporting all the content. We've got OGs like Joe Depp, who has been there since we used to have one person in the stream. I used to have 2 people in the stream, and he was one of them. This was the main guy. Keep going. Thank you so much, Paul, man. You guys are really fueling me on, and thank you guys so much for the love. So I did want to say also, I did recently put out a membership system today. I've been holding out putting a membership system into the channel for a long time because if I'm not going to be invested in it, then I don't want you guys to invest your resources in it if I'm not invested. So now we're back on it. We're back on with the content. So I put it out there. Don't feel like you have to. You're more than welcome to come here into the streams, into the videos whenever you want. I'd love to have you here. You know what I mean? I love to have you boys here. AA9 Skills, my brother. How are you, my man? I love to have you guys here no matter what. But if you do want to support, listen, the lowest tier will allow you to get involved in some of the content that I have planned. I will be talking more about that in a week or so down the line once all this transfer activity dies down. But there are some content ideas I do have which I do want to get you guys involved in. And if you join the lowest tier, you will be able to get involved with that content. However, there are some additional tiers on top of that. You don't really get too many bonuses. I'm going to cut it to you straight. I'm not going to mug you off. I'm not going to bullshit you. Listen. Those extra tiers right now, absolute living legend. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel, my man. You absolute gangster. Thank you so much for subscribing and joining the most forward-thinking pioneers to ever grace the beautiful game, my man. But yeah, as I was saying, you don't get too much from it. if you do want to support the channel and just help me, listen, that's all you're really going to get from it right now. So, you know what? You do as you may. If you want to support, if not, you know, I want to have you here. Anyway, oi, JT on the live. Sakamoto Sensei. Damn right, my man. Live streams are coming back thick and fast, baby. We obviously do live streams for every single game. If you do want to watch along, we've got a great community of people that do that here. But we're here to break down some late night Leeds United transfer news. And I want to talk to you guys because I've been making the videos. I've been hearing your guys' feedback on the videos. But I want to hear your guys' live, real-time feedback on all the transfers. JT, a left back, Tanaka, Sallai, and we piss the league. I agree, mate. Listen, I tend to agree. I was a little bit dour on Leeds United's prospects earlier on in the transfer window, in the season in general. I can't lie to you, I was. You know I was. I was having many arguments with people, or debates rather, disagreements, should I say, with people like Joe, saying, listen, I don't think the squad is quite at the level that it was last year. I was gutted to lose Somerville, really gutted to lose Archie Gray. Rutter hit me like a Mack truck, and the squad was not anywhere near what it was last year. I really thought that. But I think if we are able to get a Gustavo Hamer, big if, obviously, big if, but there are positive signs for it. Listen, Mickey Johnson has been agreed a fee with Sheffield United. Oh my days! Nipper! You absolute legend! Oh! That is you right there. Jose Mourinho having a smoke. That's for the Joe clip. Thank you so much, Nipper. Oh, thank you so much. You're an absolute legend, man. Thank you so much for that. You absolute driller. Can we get some W's in the chat for Nipper? Some W's in the chat for my man right there. Absolute legend. Thank you so much. W's in the chat right now for my boy Nipper. Give him some love, man. Give my man some love. You absolute gangster. But as I'm saying, I genuinely think if we are able to get Gustavo, maybe a Dejan Lubicic even, I think that midfield is stronger. Like, Kamara was great last year. Don't get me wrong. He was. So was Archie Gray. But someone like Dejan Lubicic who can pitch in with goals and can also work orchestrating the ball from deep. Tanaka, listen, it's a relatively new link for Leeds United. But again, it's a good one. It's someone who can pitch in all over the pitch. Again, it's not my first target. I think value for money is a very good one, and we will talk a little bit more on Tanaka in a bit later. But right now, I think if we do get some of the players we are linked with in the midfield, we'll actually have a stronger midfield than we did last year. And if you get someone like Rolland Sallai in, you've already got Solomon. Listen, right now, our squad is a gamble. You look at players like Solomon, you look at players like Sallai, you look at Nonto, you look at Mateo Joseph. These are people that, especially you look at Solomon and Joseph, unknown commodities. People who, at their best, can be absolutely phenomenal and will arguably give Leeds a better attack now than we had before, in my opinion. If Solomon's on his A game, and you got potentially Ramazzani on the other side of the pitch, or maybe in the 10, Aronson coming back, Joseph on form, Leeds could arguably flow better as a team. Like some of the team play I saw us doing against Portsmouth, some of the team play against Sheffield Wednesday is better than a lot of what I saw last season. Last season, I think we had great individuals, but the team flow didn't quite gel as well. But with Aronson in the 10, it just seems to mesh everything together. Solomon on his day has actually ridiculous levels of quality that we've never seen before. Okay, but we have seen before through Somerville, but still. And I genuinely think we could have a great prospect of tearing this league up. But let's not get ahead of ourselves yet, because we have not got all of these deals done. And if we do, we don't. Pleasure's all mine, JT, Nipper R. Tanaka fullback and quite likely Sallai, I reckon, Oliver. That's a decent shout. I wouldn't mind that. I think a fullback is imperative, as you say so there. Sakamoto Sensei! My honest opinion, we're moving in the right direction, but it hinges on what is done and dusted by Friday. Of course, mate. Of course. Listen. As I said, we can't get ahead of ourselves just yet. We have to wait and see what deals happen when they happen. NJ1, Andres. What will I say? Is Rama and Solomon going to have more experience in the final games of the season? What I will say is Ramazani and Solomon have more experience, and in the final game of the season, that's what we missed. Yes, that is true. The players and the overall squad also have more experience with the manager and the system, which is also a very important factor. And they also have more experience within each other. And that's exactly what I'm saying about the way the team's flowing, the way the team's meshing. I think that's very important for Leeds United. And as you said, come the crunch games, come the end of the season, that is what is going to get us over the line, in my opinion. But I don't want to jump ahead of ourselves because there are still some things that need to be changed. And oh my days, there you go, the first ever, and it is prophetic, if you will, that one of the first people to ever watch the channel, to ever subscribe to me in the first place is one of my first members, and it is Joe. Well, not one of my first, is the first member, Joe Depp. You absolute legend. Let's get some dubs in the chat, some W's in the chat for Joe Depp, my man, chilling out in Hawaii, living the big life, living the good life, should I say, and he has just become the first member. Thank you so much, you absolute gangster. Listen, real G's know Joe Depp, and you know I go deep with this guy. So I love you, man. Thank you so much. W's in the chat. Well done on the 5K. JT, I believe in James too. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in you, AA9 skills. And it's all of you guys, mate. Ain't me. It's all of you guys, man. You guys are the real gangsters in here, man. And listen, this channel, let me tell you something. If some of you guys, I've got 130 of you in here. This is phenomenal. This is crazy. All right. Oh, Maximilian, another OG, always the first to the channel, the first to every stream I do, Maximilian, and you have just become a member. Thank you so much, you absolute legend. W's in the chat for Maximilian as well. But as I'm saying, this
cheers, Jeff.
Channel, oh my days.
Sakamoto Sensei super chatted $6.61. I noticed you missing some sleeves on a few lives. We can't have that. £2.50 a sleeve, fella. Keep up the good work.
Oh, Sakamoto Sensei, man. This guy's always got jokes. This guy's got jokes for days. I need to put that money into the transfer kitty for Leeds United so that we can all have a great day and celebrate together. Thank you so much. I can't even keep up. You guys, this is what I'm saying. You guys have been just so incredible lately. I can't tell you, like, what was going on the months before when I took... Oh, Nipper. Oh, W's in the chat. God damn it. I want to talk about Leeds United's transfer activity, but you won't even let me because you're just coming up big and strong again and again. I don't even have a second to talk, but I cannot believe this. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Oh, my days.
Cheers, Jeff.
I can't keep up.
Double A super chatted $2.64. How do you like your bangers?
I like my bangers with mash, and I like banger after banger after banger after banger. If you thank you so much, you absolute G, for joining the channel. Yes, so basically what I am saying to some of you new guys, because you know usually we don't have this many people on the watch-alongs, is this channel is a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more laid back. We can say what we want, do what we want, swear, cuss, do whatever we want. We're here to chillax and call it as it is. Call a spade, have a few jokes, have a laugh. And that's what we're here for, okay? That's what we're here for. Let's have a little look at the exit poll. We've got 83 votes on it. I'll leave it up for 2 minutes. We'll get it to 15 minutes. But right now, it seems like Sallai is running away on an absolute landslide. He really is. Like your chat, JT. I like you, Canada Guyable, mate. I like you. And I believe in Canada Guyable. Yeah, it didn't quite work there. I didn't quite get the flow bar for bar, word for word. But you are an absolute legend. Hamer has done it at this level. He has. And it is Hamer time. I mean, part of why you want him is for an amazing chant like that. You know, you can use the Hammer time puns. A lot of great tweets. A lot of great things we can all say about it. And, yeah, we're all here to talk Leeds. And all of a sudden, support my... Mate, what can I say, mate? That you just got legends on this channel. I can't help it. And you know what? If I see someone donate, if I see someone follow, I can't help but talk about it. That's me. Listen, I've been online for as long as I can remember. You know, since I was a young kid. That's all I consume. I can't ignore it. I know it's hard. Some people, you see it, and I don't want you want to talk, Karen, talk about what you're talking. Maybe it's because of my ADHD, my other things, should we say? But I cannot ignore it. Someone just, I have to talk about it. I gotta talk about it. But yes, we will get into everything. But the support is just taking me back a little bit. Okay, it's taking me back a little bit. And you guys are crazy, man. Thank you guys so much. But as I was saying, yeah, a little bit more relaxed here. We're here to have fun. And I'm here to interact and hear what you guys have to say, because this is what it's all about, mate. Brendan McCartan, come on, Leeds. Solomon injuries is still a big thought in my mind, Nipper R. Yes, that is a very, very big point. Solomon's injuries are a big problem. Obviously, he's had repeated muscular injuries, and it's been rare for him to really get a full season under his belt. It's pretty much nigh on not been there in his career, and Leeds have got a lot of injury problems in our squad in the first place. Don't get me wrong, that's a big fear of mine with Solomon, which is why I said Leeds, in terms of tearing up the league, I need to wait to see what we will get to. Okay, it's a gamble. We have a chance to be even better than we were last year. I think the quality and the competition is arguably a little bit lower because there isn't a side like Leicester, in my humble opinion. I thought Burnley were going to be that side, but the way Burnley's situation is going, and we can have a little look at their departures, they are absolutely tanking right now. They were tanking big time. So I don't think we quite have that level of competition. But arguably, we could still be improved on what we were last year if we can keep Solomon fit for 20-25 games. Because you don't need him for a full season, in my opinion. You only need him for half the games. Because you've still got Nonto who can play on that side. You've still got, arguably, Sallai if he comes in. You've got Ramadzani who can play on that side. Dan James is definitely not going to be just whacked out of the side. People are thinking like, oh, Solomon's going to play every game. Ramadzani's going to play every game. Listen, Daniel Farke does not push people out of his side that easily. Once you earn a little bit of trust, a little bit of faith with the Farkmeister General, it is hard to get yourself dislodged out of the side. It doesn't quite happen that way. So, I do think Daniel James is going to have a big role to play this season. I think Nonto is going to have a big role to play this season. People are discounting Brendan Aronson, Brendan A.A. Ron Son, who I'm saying is going to get 20 goals this season. You think he's going to be phenomenal? So you add some of these players in. I don't think we need to keep Solomon fit the entire year. We just need to get a good 20 games out of him. We need to use his quality either off the bench or starting to win us those tight games against the West Brom, where they're going to sit back and we're going to be a little bit cagey ourselves, and we just need someone with that piece of individual magic to carve a team open. That's what we need out of them. OUFC Ian, are you sure we bid for him? Are you sure we bid for who? Who are you talking? Who's him? Who's him? We're getting Sallai, but I would love to get Hamer instead. It is Leeds therapy. It is. It is. Indeedy. Yes, indeedy. See, then everything can be. Listen, the way I see it in life is everything's a pro and everything's a con. So for every pro, there's a con, and for every con, there's a pro. For example, myself. I have a very addictive personality. So once I put my mind to something, I will be fully locked in, addicted to it. But once I lose that, I can't be 50-50. Which for bad habits means I can't just do them every now and again. I have to do them all the time. But for good habits, like working out or something, once I start, I'm hooked in. I'm ready to go. I'm wired in. That's an example. To put it in a Leeds United perspective, having players that are fit for the entire year is great because you can keep a regimented starting 11. The problem with that is you don't necessarily get to put some newer players in that might not have the opportunity to before that could change your mind. Listen, many players like Nonto last year, he had to wait for his moment. He had to wait for either players to fall out of form or injuries to come in and shine. So there's a pro to every con, there's a con to every pro. That's the way I like to look at life anyway. Let's end this poll, by the way. We've got Sallai with 77% of you who think we are going to get Sallai. Not many of you think we are going to get Hamer, but the general consensus I'm hearing from you guys is that you would prefer to get your hands on Gustavo Hamer. Thank you guys for the 70 likes, by the way. 70 whole damn likes. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you're liking from, but I know you 70 source demons are absolute living legends. Thank you guys so much. That is the end of the poll. A resounding 77% of you think Sallai is the one. Why the heck is the botch machine one of the member badges? Hey, don't you dare put disrespect on Tungaloa's name. Tungaloa, the infamous Tungaloa, is the main man. Don't you ever disrespect my guy like that. Hamer has agreed terms. Hamer has been reported to agree terms, but it's about Leeds United matching that £18 million valuation. Let's get a quick little consensus in the chat here. Put ones in the chat if you think Leeds are going to meet that £18 million valuation for Hamer. Zeros if you think that we are going to be well off. I want to just get a little consensus here. Ones in the chat if you think we will reach that £18 million valuation, or zeros if you think, James, mate, you are bloody bonkers. What are you talking about, Hamer? There's more chance of me getting hammer and smashing it over your head, my son. Couple of ones, that's what I'm talking about, mate. Let's get some optimism going. Yeah, come on, let's get some optimism. Let's get some faith in the chat, man. Yes, Halodson, Damola, Mark Johnny, Steven Simpson. Sakamoto, my boy. What do you mean, zero? Dex Sammy. No, the zeros are catching up. The zeros are catching up. No. Jacko UFC. No. It's all started so well. It started so positive. It's kind of 50-50 right now. Kind of 50-50. Jack UFC, yo, JT. Michael Donnelly, Tanaka Boom signing would be quality. I feel there's a better team than last year now, if not promoted in absolute failure, Andres. Frank OUFC, we're getting Sallai, but I would love to get Hamer instead. Michael Donnelly, no way we're getting Hamer. Siege Rabbit, JT, you are full on the nest now. Love it. We're all here to talk Leeds United. We are indeed. Tanaka is quality. Dave Lagarde retracting the message, mate. I didn't quite get to see what you voted for there. But listen, a lot of confidence in Leeds United getting that done. Now let's have a little look into some of the signings here. Fabrizio Romano reacts as Leeds United get a new deal done. Leeds eyeing late move for £125,000 a week attacker after the Solomon exit. That is certainly a bold headline. No way. Oh my days. No way. After the muggery, I cannot take this link serious after what happened before. I just can't take this seriously. That is ridiculous, man. And the latest on Gustavo Hamer. Gustavo Hamer has agreed personal terms for a potential move, according to Transfer Watch. The Dutch outlet reported that Sheffield United prepared to cooperate. All parties are said to be hopeful about getting a deal done in the next few days, although according to the Star, that was rejected as derisory. However, if they made the same offer early in the window, it would have already been successful, given Alan Nixon reported via Patreon that the Dutchman had a relegation release clause that the Blades let him leave for the same price he moved to Bramall Lane a year ago, £13 million plus extras, taking the deal to around £15 million. That clause is now expired, and BBC's Adam Hope is reporting that he didn't expect the club to up their offer on Hamer. That was the first story that we heard on Hamer. That was the first news that we had. Then it came out later on in the day that Leeds United had agreed further personal terms with him, and that they were willing to up the price, and that £18 million was not too much for Leeds to reach, which is what I covered, which is what I believe. And I do believe that Leeds will pay that. But you look at the fact that Leeds did not trigger that clause earlier on, and people are sat there thinking, listen, let me just put this full screen for this. People think that because we didn't trigger that clause when the clause was there originally, Leeds aren't going to go back in for Gustavo Hamer. That is not the way I look at it. The reason we did not trigger that clause when the release clause thing was there is because we didn't think we needed a number 10. We weren't going to go in for someone like Gustavo Hamer or someone of his quality, because I genuinely believe, and I still believe it to this day, the club did not plan on losing Jorginho Rutter. They didn't. They genuinely did not plan on losing Jorginho Rutter. I think the owners had arrogance that they thought no one was going to trigger that release clause. They genuinely had a certain level of arrogance, and this green fly is really mugging me off, and he's flying around, and it's really starting to freak me out here. I'm ducking and diving all over the gaff like Floyd Mayweather. I genuinely think the club had just a certain level of arrogance that they did not expect Leeds United. They didn't expect Brighton to trigger that release clause for Jorginho Rutter, and resultantly, we've now got egg on our face, and we're now looking for Hamer. And we tried to go back in with a low ball offer. I think we still will go up and reach it. I still also think Lebojcic will happen. Okay? Now, there's a whole circulation of reports around Dejan Lebojcic. First of all, it's off. It's done. It's not going to happen. The player wants to move. It's not going to happen. Then all of a sudden, he goes and bags 2 goals in the week. Then Leeds fans and everyone's having a meltdown on social media. Then the club are like, hang on a second. Now I kind of want him. Now I will be happy to pay the money. I think we're just lowballing. This is the way we see Leeds United make our moves. This is how we make our deals happen. We start with a lowball offer. Then we trickle it over, and we wait until the last eventual moment before we make these deals. That's how it's done. I think Hamer wants Leeds. Of course he does, Paul. And people are saying Sheffield United won't need to sell him. Yes, they will. They've just got relegated from the Premier League. You need to sell players. You cannot keep a lot of your players with the money that Sheffield United bring in. I genuinely don't believe it. And they signed, yes, they're agreeing a fee for a winger, technically. So it's not technically a like-for-like replacement for Gustavo Hamer. But I think that is to allow Hamer to move. And it's around £2.5 million for Mickey Johnson. That's what the reported fee is. So people are questioning as to whether that is a green light for Hamer to go. The fact that they've agreed that £1.5 million fee. £2.5 million fee. I think it is. I don't think that they're going to go and spend £10 million in order to let Hamer go for £18 million. I think Sheffield United need the cash. I think they're playing hard ball. If it was down to Chris Wilder, yes, they wouldn't have got rid of Bogle, especially for the price they did. And they certainly wouldn't be getting rid of Hamer. But they don't have the ability to hold on. They don't have as much financial power as people think. But listen, that is just a humble man's opinion. And you guys can say what you want to say. If we buy another winger, I think Nonto will go. Really? So if we get Sallai, how are you guys feeling on Nonto? You think he's gone? You think he's staying? What's your thoughts, gents? Do you think we get our players before Friday? I hope so. Listen, I hope we get our players before Friday, Ricky. I really, really do. I hope we can get three more signings. 3 more signings, I'm happy. Lebojcic / Hamer. No. Lebojcic, Sallai / Hamer, and Aarons. We get those 3, I'm happy. But for some reason, I feel like there's a name that none of us are even saying now. A name that none of us are thinking of. And come deadline day, or come the 30th, or the 29th of August, the day before deadline day, this name's going to come out of the woodwork. You're hearing it here first. In the know. ITK. With everybody saying ITK. Yeah. There's going to be a name that comes out of nowhere. And it's going to shock the world. That's all I'm saying, mate. Ryan Kent. No. Rodrigo de Paul. It's going to be Rodrigo de Paul. I'm telling you, man. Rodrigo de Paul to Leeds United confirmed. You heard it here first, mate. RDP. Yeah. A Pablo type, I meant. Oh, mate, we still haven't replaced Pablo Hernandez. We really, really haven't. Double A, Bloody Ek, JT, you sure you're the tribal chief? You're tongue galore, mate. That's what I'm saying. I'm tongue galoring it all over the gaff. If Ing signs, Joe gets a statue outside of Ellen Road. Mate, I get the statue outside of Ellen Road. I was taking the piss when I said Joe came up with that. I manufactured that, all right? I want the damn statue, mate. Joe gets a damn statue outside. Nah, I'm joking, mate. Yeah, he can have a flipping statue. If Danny Ing comes, I'll build the statue for him himself. Older experience head to help Joseph. We've already got that with Bamford there. Gelhard to Bournemouth, strong rumour. We will talk about that in just a second. Winger for sure, Nonto out. We need to keep Nonto. There's too much positivity at the moment, which means it is inevitable Nonto leaves on the final day. Solomon is more capable than Sunville. Andres, Paul Contrell, I think Hamer wants Leeds. Nipper, there can be a lot of rotation with this squad now. If you get all these players in, we've never really had that before. Exactly, Nipper. Big rotation. Paul Contrell, the clause was for Prem teams only. Andy Rowe, any fullbacks in the pipeline? So far, the main link is Max Aarons, but we'll have to wait until tomorrow until we see what comes out in the wash in terms of stories. But right now, the main name is Max Aarons on the list. Any fullbacks in the the clause was for Prem teams only. I believe you're talking about the release clause for Hamer there. Leeds should get the money together for Eddie and Nketiah, mate. I'd love that. I would love to get big Ed Dog back. A keeper, please, Harry Whitehound. Melier least needs competition. Any of Chelsea 7s will do. 7 will do. Still reckon Nonto and Voba leave on Friday. I think Voba leaves. I'm not sure about Nonto, but we will get onto that. And I don't think we can afford to let Voba go, though. In my opinion, I don't think we can afford to. Ryan Kent, Tanaka. Lubicic looked great last night. CDK, Charles de Ketelaere could be coming. You're clutching, JT. Hey, what am I if not a hopeless optimist? Am I right? That is coming from Andy Rowe. Andre songs and covers. The Paul isn't good. No, he's great. Duck Fuzzers, CDK. Paul Weir, seen you on other Leeds channel, so just subscribe. Thank you so much, Paul Weir. Great to have you here, my man. Harry Whitehound, what a name. And Nketiah going to Palace. Yeah, well, obviously, there's no chance we get Eddie and Nketiah, don't get me wrong. I'd love to have him back, but absolutely not a snowball's chance in hell of that one. Michael Donnelly, we need a decent goalie. John LUFC, Garside, big up JT Lad, marching on together. Andre's songs and covers. Did you get the third kit? I haven't got any kit yet. I haven't. I'm waiting to see who we sign. Once I see who we sign, then I will purchase the kits. I think one of them has to be Furpo this year. If I don't get Furpo on one of the kits, then I'm a bit of a fraud, aren't I? If I don't get Furpo on at least one of them, I'm frauding it up big time. But yeah, I'm going to need you guys to let me know who I should get on the second one. I'll probably get at least 2. I don't know about the third kit. I'll see. The thing is, I like the away kit. I just don't like the collar. I'm not a fan of the collar for me. I don't like a collar on a shirt. That's personal. I know a lot of the old school guys are like, oh, I love a collar, mate. It's beautiful. For me, it just feels a bit too formal for a football shirt. But that's just me. Maybe that's just me. I mean, a lot of the old retro kits, I know they used to have the big collar on, the flipping Eric Cantona with the collar up to the... Yeah, I know, but for me, I'm not a huge fan. Not a huge fan. Anything happen with A.O. Tanaka? Not yet. But from what we might be hearing, it could be A-OK. Am I right? Oh, I will take my coat and leave. What's that lad? Sky Sports has just said... what's that lad? Sky Sports has just said we're trying to sign... Sky Sports has said we're trying to sign a lot of people. I'm not quite sure who you're referring to there. Can anyone help Jaden Johnson out on that one? Evening. Oh, Richo65. Evening, my man. Mark Johnny, Richo65. Danny Talks Sport. Smash a like and subscribe, please. Thank you very much, Danny Talks Sport. We don't need a goalkeeper with 0 shots against. Same JT Gav. Michael Donnelly. Looking forward to seeing Ramazzani tear it up in this league. John LUFC Garside. Unbutton it and put the collar up below. Marco Mazzella just joined, lad. What have I missed? Not too much, mate. We've just been having a good chinwag with the lads. Listen, this is a late night drive, late night talk show. So we're here to discuss everything that's happened in the day, and of course, just have a chinwag. Listen, gents, you know, we're here to talk about Leeds, but I also want to hear about you guys. What's been going on with your days? How are you guys? Are you sat here with a meal? Are you sat here with your feet up on the telly? I'm actually quite interested to see how you guys are watching this stream right now. Are you in bed watching it on the TV? Are you on the phone? Are you on a different time zone? Because it is quite late right now. So shout out to you guys for being up on the late night grind with me. So I'm just quite intrigued as to how you guys are. But I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope your week's going well. It's transfer week. Of course, we're very consumed with Leeds United, but we also all have our own lives. So I'm intrigued to hear about the stories behind the keyboards. Sat here with my German Shepherd. Ooh, good lad, mate. Good lad. A nice hot cuppa as well. Just leaving work, Steven Simpson. Where about you working, mate? Whereabouts are you working? Tablet in bed. Tablet in bed, Gav. On the mobile, Andy Rowe. In Spain, outside with a glass of red wine. Oh, Paul. You're making me envious. You're making me envious. I'm sat here in cold old London with a glass of water, and you're out in sunny Spain with a glass of red wine. Oh, man. Yes, JT, can't wait for those nutty goal reactions this season. Thank you very much. Stealth mode. I'm with my kids' pajamas. 9:40 a.m. New Zealand. They are sick, so I had to stay home. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I wish them all the best. I hope they recover very well. I wish you all the strength in the world, to you and your family. Thank you so much for choosing to pop in and spend your time with me. And shout out to the North Zealand brethren we have out there, my man. My sister, actually, funnily enough, not New Zealand, but obviously lived in England with me entire life. She actually went to Leeds Uni, so she lived in Leeds for a few years, sorry. Not like me, I'm a bloody fraud, mate. I've only lived in London and Manchester. I'm a bloody fraudulent Leeds fan. Bloody Cockney bugger, but he's never been to Elland Road. But yeah, she actually moved to Australia, so I do want to go and take a trip up to Australia, and of course, when I go up there, we'll take a trip down to New Zealand as well. Ideally, I want to go and see both when I do go up there, but I do plan to go there within a year or so. So I want you to give me some recommendations of where I should potentially go in New Zealand. JT, what part of London do you live in? I live in North London, mate. In North London. I'm a North London geezer, mate. I'm literally halfway between Tottenham and Arsenal, ironically. And it's a little old place called, should I dox myself? Yeah, of course. It's near Finchley. I'm not going to say the exact town, but it's near Finchley. I've probably said it many times. I'm a Cockley Leeds fan now, living in Scotland. I was South London, really? Nice, man. Nice. Whereabouts? Down in Croydon. In the couch trying to pretend I'm listening to the... I feel you, man. What a geezer. Croydon. I work for a company who's actually based in Croydon, so I'm down there a decent bit. It's depending on what part you go to. I mean, it gets a bit of a rough stack for being like a rough area, but there's actually some beautiful parts of Croydon. I can't lie. Go eat overkill on that yellow kit. Alison, so jealous. Alison, Stanmore. Oh, nice. I live near Fulham. It's shite. Fulham ain't that bad. I went there when I went to Leeds Chelsea away last season. And some people... I mean, I was with Luke from Ought to Know Better. If anyone of you know him. Absolute legend, by the way. Got so much time and love for Luke from Ought to Know Better. He was kind enough to hook me up with an away ticket. The first ever away game I've ever gone to for Leeds United. Hell of an experience. You know, get the train up there. Go down to King's Cross, get a few pints down me there, go up to the game with him and his lads, and thankfully they were there for what happens later on in the day actually. So a little bit of a backstory. I'm half English, I'm half Armenian. So I look pretty English, but people can also maybe tell I'm a little bit foreign. And I was wearing England tracksuit, so this probably incited some people. But I digress. We're going to the game. We're going to the stadium. And then supposedly there's these people behind that are like, what's he doing here? Not even from England. And then Luke, absolute legend. I mean, this goes to show you the caliber of the man. He would probably never say this story, but I'll say it for him. Him and his mates pulled the guy up instantly. He's like, listen, mate, you can't be saying any of that. That's, none of that is tolerated here. So he had my back, and they had my back. So I want to say shout out to them for that. That's a little story that not many people will necessarily know. He completely backed me there, even though I didn't know what was going on. They told me at halftime. So shout out to him. Absolute salt of the earth guy. Salt of the earth guy, Luke. So if you ever see him on streams and stuff, give him a lot of love, man, because that guy is a genuine down-to-earth bloke. I was a little bit tipsy, mate. A little bit tipsy. And I was fuming when flipping Gallagher. I just knew it was going to be Conor Gallagher, wasn't it, mate? Flipping Noel Gallagher's long-lost son. What do you thought? I mean, flipping. Speaking of the Gallagher's, mate, the bloody Oasis tour. I mean, a lot of Oasis fans here. You guys must be buzzing. Must be buzzing. I mean, it's a big thing up north. I mean, I lived in Manchester, which is quite big. I don't know how big it is in Yorkshire. I presume Oasis is still pretty big down there. Or the big Luke. Never met him in my life. Guy, big Luke. Hope you're well, Alison. I'm Scottish, but I live in Nottingham and support Leeds, so I'm the most confused. Oh, mate. I mean, I'm Armenian. I live in London and I support Leeds, so I feel you big time, mate. I feel you big time. Hi, JT. Any more signings, Lee? So, if you do tune in to Southdown Signings tomorrow, we'll be breaking down all of the morning's news. But as things stand, Leeds United still in talks with Gustavo Hamer. A little breakdown here. 50-50. People aren't very confident. We did a little consensus poll with the people in the chat here. Not very confident that we get Gustavo Hamer. I feel like we just might. I feel like there's a little shock in the offing. I feel like the reason why we didn't... the reason why we went in with that £13 million bid, we're trying to play hardball. I think Sheffield United are going to need the money. I think they're eventually going to cave. I think we're eventually going to get it done. But that's my opinion. That's a humble man's opinion. Tanaka, relatively new transfer rumour that has popped up. Again, small links so far. Not strong enough to make a strong case of. But we'll see tomorrow. I feel like there's going to be a lot of information dropping on that one. So keep your eye peeled for Tanaka. Max Aaron's gone very quiet, but these deals seem to go quiet and pop up again. Billing as well. There's a lot of speculation. Is he going to be coming to Leeds? Is he going to be going to Burnley? Burnley have lost a couple of players. They feel like they might be getting Billing instead. It is clear that either Aaron's or Billing will most likely be leaving Bournemouth. And again, I feel like that is something that is going to be made very evident tomorrow morning. Because Leeds have been wrapping up Solomon today, I think it was unlikely that you're going to see us make real progressions on another move today. I feel like you're going to see a lot tomorrow morning. I feel like Hamer, there's going to be some big news about. I feel like Lubicic, everything seems to go quiet on that. That's kind of teetering in the balance. Lubicic, I have very, very high optimism that we will get done as well. I think £8 million, it's going to be either Hamer or Lubicic, realistically. Ideally both, but Hamer doesn't quite work. We will go big for Lubicic. We will go tickle that £8 million valuation, and it will be big time worth it. So mark my words. If we're sat here on Friday and we don't have one of Hamer or Lubicic, you can call me a mug. You can call me whatever. I will do a forfeit. I'll do an unnamed forfeit, okay? But then we will get one of those two. As for Nonto, I have a feeling we'll keep him, but it depends on if we get Sallai. If we get Sallai and Hamer, that means Nonto's gone for me. But I feel like we will get either one of them, and if we do, we will keep Nonto. I feel like Nonto is staying. I just don't see it. I don't see the club wanting to go and get two top players to let Nonto go, because you do need some sort of continuity in the team. And Solomon's going to be a new player. Ramazani's going to be a new player. James might be pushed out of the side a little bit. Aronson hasn't been there for a year. You need some continuity, and for me, Nonto won't be going. How do you guys feel about Nonto, actually? I want to ask you guys about Nonto. Are you feeling confident that we will keep him? Mark Johnny does have summer fruits on it. Not a huge summer fruits guy, I can't lie. I like a lager. I'm a traditional kind of man. I like my lagers. I'm not a summer fruits guy. I'm not a summer fruits guy, personally. I would love Hamer, so it winds Wilder up. I'm Italian and Hungarian, so I need Nonto and Sallai in the squad. Yes, keep Nonto big time. Look like they released the old ones again. I got that one you're on about. Weekend Offender Top. Which one? What do you mean? 5 agents and 2-tier loop ditch. What? We could get juices on a free in January. Tanaka and Sallai. Mark Johnny does have summer fruits on it. I was born in Norwich, live in Spain, and support the lovely Leeds United. Price-wise, I think it's Tanaka. I think you might be right here. Bit of a channel rebrand gone on here. Big time, mate. Big time, Postman Cap. Hope you're ready for what's coming. I'm very excited for what's going on this year. Danny Levy done an Oasis orange t-shirt. Looks well cool. Baz Leeds. Think it depends on anything moves on our side if we go back in. Laced with some brilliant cheers. I think it's Hamer or Sallai, not both. I agree with you, Danny. Yeah, you told that story before. Why didn't you wear your Leeds shirt? Yeah, I know, Andy, but listen, mate. Andy, you are a regular, my man. A lot of these people We've got a lot more people. We've got 189 people in here. This is crazy. I can't remember since the Bielsa stream I did 3 years ago when he got sacked. I can't remember seeing this many people concurrently watching me solely on this channel. So there's a lot of new faces here that haven't heard that, but might not heard the story. I don't know, mate. We're having a chin, my gear. We're having a chat. So forgive me if I repeat some stories. But, mate, you are a regular. We've got some new people here that I want to sit down and get to know. You know, that's what the stream is all about. That's what the stream is all about. That's what this channel is all about, you know? I get it. Some of you might just want full-on serious content, and we're a mix of both here. We're a mix of both. So, you know, it's not for everyone. It's for some. But anyone that it is here for is an absolute legenda. My ideal signings would be Sallai, Tanaka, and a fullback. Tanaka is a great box-to-box player. He would be a great box-to-box player. I'd still rather go Lubicic, personally. But Tanaka, as you said, a little bit more feasible in terms of price-wage. JT made it big. Don't forget. Hey, listen, mate. I ain't big time. I ain't big time, Mr. Sky Sports Wayman over here. I will never forget the legends that have been here from day one, mate. You know, the Postman Caps, the Maximilians, the Joe Depps, the Double A9 Skills, the people that are here every single match week. JT, doing any more shorts about Joe? They are hilarious. Listen, Danny, we'll see what comes up. We'll see if there's any opportunities. It was a heat of the moment thing. We were joking around in the chat about Danny Ings, and someone said, like, oh, because he said there's no links, and then someone said, like, oh, JT's going to say that the Danny Ings does to Leeds United's on. So I just went straight on my editing software, straight on the record, made that little quick short and put it up within, like, half an hour, just to heat of the moment. I didn't expect Giles Dexter, turn my mic volume up. Is it too quiet, guys? Is it too quiet? I'll try and turn it up. Is that better? 100 points this season. HMS piss the league. Yeah, it's a heat a moment thing. Hey, bro. No, I'm going to go. Just pointing out. A Leeds top might have diffused that situation. Oh, no, I was wearing a Leeds top. I had England tracksuits on. I wore a Leeds top. And mate, forget diffuse the situation, mate. I don't need to diffuse no situation. I'll diffuse them with the pow. I'm joking. I do not support violence unless if someone attacks you and then you have to defend yourself. That's different. But no. And of course, mate, I always wear a Leeds top, mate. I wear a Leeds top. Okay, I'm not wearing a Leeds top right now. But I wear a Leeds top most days. When I was in Manchester, I used to wear a Leeds top every single day. And my dad used to be like, listen, mate, you're living in Manchester. Be a bit careful, James. Don't be wearing a Leeds top around. You're a bit crazy. And actually, some guy, again, I probably said this story before, but some guy, even while I was walking, I was walking down to the post office in Manchester with my Leeds jumper on, yeah? This is how you know, mate. I always back the boys. I back the boys Leeds United, all right? It doesn't matter if I'm a southerner. I still back the boys, okay? This guy's literally cycling down the street. He turns to me, he's like, oh, fuck off, you scum XYZ. I was like, flipping heck, mate. I'm just walking to the post office here. This guy literally stopped in the middle of the road. He could have been hit by a car. He stopped to hit me with that one. To call me a scum, I'm not going to repeat what he said after that, because stream would get taken down. Big JT fan, missed him while he was gone. Thank you so much, Baby Zebra Games. Oh, another OG. Sound was the mic. Where would Hamer go in the team, though? Could play anywhere across the midfield. Most likely, probably the number 10. Could feature deeper. Could allow us also to maybe change formation to a 4-3-3. Would you guys be down to change formation to a 4-3-3? Or is that something that you just would not be interested in at all? Is that something that you think would not suit this Leeds United team, shall we say? Not suit us down to a T. Can have a little look at some of the old Carabao Cup results here. As we got Barnsley beating Sheffield United. Whee! You know what? For all those Sheffield United fans that have been mugging me off today, you deserve this big time, mate. You deserve this. Let's have a little chin wag at the old thing. Some of you might not have seen this. Some of you might not have seen the old Carabao Cup. Stoke packing Middlesbrough, and this is a bit embarrassing given what they did to us. the fact that Stoke have packed them in 5-0. This does not say good things about Leeds United, does it? Barrow drawing with Derby County 0-0. Blackburn losing to Blackpool 2-1. Brighton Hove Albion dismantling Crawley Town. Coventry beating Oxford. Everton beating Doncaster, as you'd expect. Fleetwood Rotherham, decent result there. Sheffield Wednesday beating Grimsby Town. PNE Harrogate Town. Leyton Orient beating Millwall, and Leicester trouncing Tranmere Rovers. QPR drawing with Luton, extra game apiece for them. Shrewsbury losing to Bolton. Walsall, Huddersfield, Watford, Plymouth, Birmingham, Fulham, and Palace smashing Norwich City. But that Middlesbrough game is a little bit awkward, isn't it, James? A little bit awkward indeed. I live in Barnsley. Lol, they done me proud. You mean you genuinely spotted a genuine Man United fan in Manchester? Not too many. A few I did. I have to say, this is from living in Manchester. Ironically, I met more Leeds fans living in Manchester than I have in London. I mean, to be fair, you probably expect that because it's nearby. But the majority of the people you see, the locals, are City fans. I know people call them Plastic Club, but actually, living in Manchester, you see a lot more Man City fans than you do United fans. I live in London. I see more Man United fans down here than I did when I was up there, ironically. That's the crazy thing about it. And that's not even me just, like, chatting shit. That is flipping... That is the heat of the matter here. That is kind of the truth of the matter. You guys have been talking about Tanaka, so let's have a little chinwag on Tanaka quickly. We will be wrapping his stream up in about 15-20 minutes, so let's have a little look at some more of the news here. Leeds United manager Daniel Farke is said to be a big fan of re-emerging midfield target Ao Tanaka following a rejected bid for Gustavo Hamer. Leeds are on a hunt for a new midfielder this month and set their sights on a quality addition. According to the Daily Mail, which is the report stated today, Leeds are now looking to take their midfield pursuit back to the number 2 Bundesliga outfit with Fortuna Düsseldorf's Ao Tanaka. Linked with a move to LMO back in 2023, Tanaka is clearly admired by the White's recruitment staff and Daniel Farke, and could be available for a reasonable sum as his contract runs down towards expiry next summer. The Mail share that he could be available for a low-cost £2.65 million fee, virtue of his release clause, which is significantly lower than other targets that have come and gone, obviously referring to Lubicic and, of course, Gustavo Hamer. The YEP have relayed these claims now, stating that Farke is a quoted big fan of the Japan international, and the club would see a release clause as a bargain fee. Tanaka managed 8 goals and 4 assists in all competitions last season, as his club came astonishingly close to promotion to the Bundesliga via the playoffs. Tanaka is the perfect cost-effective alternative for Leeds United in the midfield. If Hamer is unattainable, which would not at all be a shock for Leeds, then Tanaka makes perfect sense. At that price, Leeds have found the right profile of the midfield of what they need, with Tanaka capable of doing everything in the midfield from deeper role to playing higher up and tripping in with goals and assists. At less than £3 million, Leeds have a very affordable option. But is affordable fun? That's my question to you, mate. Is affordable fun? Latest JT up at 4:30. Thank you very much, Nipper R. Shout out to Nipper R, of course. And now a member of the channel, as you can see by that beautiful tribal chief banner he's got there. W's in the chat, my man. Thank you so much. See you later. I live in Durham, close to Newcastle, but full of Sunderland fans. JT, what got you into supporting Leeds living in London? I'm a bit of a Johnny Foreigner, if you will. So my dad moved to this country when he was 6 years old, and when he did, the 2 best teams in the league were both Liverpool and Leeds United. My grandpa, may he rest in peace, decided to support Leeds United. That was their choice. Back then, you know, these are the days that a lot of you might have been able to see. We're talking the Billy Bremners. We're talking the Don Revie days. We're talking the Eddie Greys. We're talking the big dogs, all right? When Leeds were the dogs Bologninos. So they ended up supporting Leeds United. Now me, I'm the man's son. You got to support your father's team. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes in my family. That's the way it's always been, the way it always will be in my family. So I got to support my dad's team. So yes, by the time I was born, I mean, when I was 2, technically, we were just surviving against Arsenal and, going up and surviving on the second last day game of the season, and ironically giving Man U the league, and he was throwing me into the ceilings, XYZ. But by the time I was born, we were shite. We were down in League One. We were getting relegated from League One. One of my first vivid memories was us losing the playoff final to Watford in the Championship, getting relegated the next year, losing the League One playoff final to Doncaster. Tragic memories. Watching Pierre-Michel Lasogga trying to conjure up the ability to sprint. Disgraceful stuff. But I stood strong. And you know what? I didn't have anyone around me that went to school with me that was a fellow Leeds fan. I just had myself and my dad. I was getting mugged off every day in school. Anytime we had a debate about football or anything. Yeah, but you're a Leeds fan, mate. What do you know about football? You support Leeds United. That's why it was so great when Bielsa came in and he just... it's the first time I could actually fall in love with my team playing football. But hopefully we'll be back there with some of the signs we make. Arsenal are going to win the league, mate. Arsenal are going to win the league. That's an interesting take there. Interesting take. I'm similar. My dad supported them because they were good, and now I have to watch this shite. Well, listen, mate. Listen, Postman Cap. We still got... Well, it's better than it has been. It's better than it has been for a long time. JT, how many more do you expect Leeds to bring in? 3. If I was to name you, Hamer, Tanaka. No, not Tanaka. Hamer. I know I said either Hamer or Lubicic. If we get Hamer, we won't get Lubicic, I don't think. If we get Sallai, we might get Lubicic. I think it's either Sallai and Lubicic or Hamer and not even Tanaka. I think it might be another midfielder that we're not even thinking about, that's on no one's radar, that the club are going to pop up with a couple of days to go, that we might go for, like a deep-lying midfielder. That's my prediction anyway. And fullback, I'm going to stick my flag in the sand for Max Aarons. I was going to say Danny Aarons for a second. They're flipping Max Aarons, mate. Called a Cockney white load of them about get up. By the time I was born, we were shite. Don't blame yourself, mate. I don't blame myself, Martin. All right, shout out to you, by the way, and shout out to Rick Gillingham. But I don't blame myself, but we were shite by the time I was born. It's just the way it is. It's as simple as that, mate. Simple as that. Sallai, Aarons, Tanaka. Big time. But it depends if we lose Maximilian Voba. Now, the stories I was seeing today, I want to see if I can get this story up. This one, actually, I do want to talk about. Before we do go on Voba, because this is a very, very interesting story on Voba. Can I see it now? Oh, come on, I'm losing the story. I was reading it earlier. It was talking about Mönchengladbach getting a big reimbursement fee because they're about to sell a player. There was a really good article I was reading earlier about it, and now I don't know where it is. I've lost the article, and I am fuming. But it was a Build article. Oh, I can't find the article, man. I cannot find the article. That's bloody gutting. I hope... Hang on. Damn it. Hang on a second. I might have found it. Aha! I think this is it. So is it possible your birth was what made Leeds struggle? Hey, very much possible. Very much. Although, after my birth, we got to a Champions League semi-final. So, what can I say, man? What can I say? We dared to dream, as a wise man once said. We lived the dream. Did we overspend? Sure. But we lived the dream. Oh, that is a shite. Alright. Here we go. I think I have the article here. Is this the correct article about Build? Here we go. We'll have to see how all of this one breaks down. But this was a very interesting article I came out. Hey JT, wanted to ask, I'm from Argentina, how come you drink mate? Where does that come from? Well, Frank LUFC, thank you very much for asking. The reason I drink yerba mate, and can I say actually, I will pause. I know I was just about to stall this, I'll take a 30-second detour. Flipping amazing, by the way. I saw a lot of players, a lot of footballers drinking it, and the thing is, I was looking for, I consume a lot of caffeine, okay? I like a lot of energy, and I consume a lot of caffeine. And everyone that I've seen, I wanted a healthier alternative, a healthier source of caffeine that could help me with my day-to-day life. And I've seen a lot of sports people and a lot of people talking about yerba mate, or yerba mate, however you say it. And people that spoke about it, they didn't just say, yeah, I like drinking it. They swore by it. Like, they're like, I love this stuff. Like, it is amazing. It's phenomenal. I absolutely love it. So the fact that they were so passionate about it and they swore by it, I was like, you know what, I want to give this a try. Like, I like to try everything. It's the way my dad taught me to be, you know. You got to try everything. You got to experience something. So I started buying it. I bought some Argentinian stuff, and then I did some research into it, and I started buying some Uruguayan, some Canarias, and I love it. I've been drinking it for about a month now, month and a bit, and I feel amazing. I put all of my family onto it. My mum has never felt better. My missus says she feels so productive. She feels so determined to do things. Like, everyone I put onto it is just getting this, like, euphoric, happy buzz. They want to be productive. And maybe part of that is why I felt the love for the channel again. I don't know. Maybe that's a flipping placebo. I don't know. But since I started drinking it, I've loved it. Like, it's flipping amazing. It's basically South American tea. It's called yerba mate. It's a bit bitter. Canaris is a little bit. It's a bit earthy, I guess, the Uruguayan one. But it's very, very good. It's a South American tea basically, and you know, do a bit of research into it if you are interested. But it is phenomenal. Everyone I've given it to has had an amazing feeling about it as well. Yeah, I'm Sonny, mate. You guys are being an absolute legend. You guys are being legends, mate. Get a sponsor bound. Mate, I mean, considering Messi drinks Canaris, I don't think they'll be jumping to sponsor me anytime soon. I think they'll be a little bit more interested in Lionel Messi than old JT. How's it spelled is more the question. YEBA space MATE. YERBA, sorry, YERBA space MATE. Yerba mate. Colombiana. But it's big in Argentina, Paraguay, Uruguay, and Brazil. They all kind of have their own take on it, their own twist on it. So this one. Borussia Mönchengladbach looks set for a significant financial boost in the coming days, and reports suggest a permanent bid for Max Wober could finally be submitted. Wober has remained a target for Mönchengladbach following a successful loan spell in Germany last season, having triggered a contract clause that allowed him to leave Leeds United on loan following relegation from the Premier League. Unlike Rasmus Christensen and Jack Harrison, the 26-year-old was unable to reactivate said clause, and so returned to West Yorkshire after his participation in the Euro 2024 tournament with Austria. Gladbach had been open to Wober's return all summer, but a loan deal on the cards must meet Leeds' 8-figure price tag, a number previously seen by the Bundesliga club as unaffordable. But that might be about to change, with Bild suggesting talks over a sale could be reignited in the final days of the transfer window. Why? Because talks at Gladbach for outgoing business continue, with AS Roma in continued talks regarding a move for 23-year-old midfielder Manu Kone. There is hope inside Borussia Park that a fee of around 20 million euros, aka £16.9 million, can be agreed between both clubs in the coming days. Bild report that any money from the sale of Kone will be reinvested before Friday's deadline, and the priority lies in defensive additions. Ironically, where it lies for Leeds, but we don't seem to be investing it in defensive positions, but I digress. Gladbach are yet to replace Wober with a left-footed centre-back and could end up moving to bring him back, with VfL Bochum's Bernardo also an alternative option. Sky Sports Germany reignited speculation around Wober's future earlier this week, reporting on talks between the defender and Gladbach. They insisted that as of yet, Leeds had not received any kind of approach for their man, but Wober could well imagine returning to the Bundesliga outfit where he could enjoy regular starts that seem elusive at Elland Road. Gladbach's only option is to try and agree a loan deal, but Sky Germany suggests a permanent move could go ahead if players are sold. And now Bild point to Kone as a possible catalyst for that. Then it goes on to talk a little bit about Voba. So, basically, Mönchengladbach don't want to pay what we want to offer. So, they've been trying to loan him out this entire window. The past week, the past 2 weeks, past 3 weeks, they've been trying to get him out on loan. To me, it looks like Voba's head's not there. Apparently, he's come out and he said, I'm willing to fight for my place, yada, yada, yada. It looks to me like he's not willing to and he's not interested in it. But that's all I'm seeing. Maybe you guys are seeing it differently. Do I think that they will come in even if they get this money with what Leeds are wanting? I really don't know. I can't say that I'm that confident that they'll come in with triple figures. Or double, flipping, how would you say it? 7 figures? I don't think they're gonna come in with enough money personally. JT, I seriously think he goes and we use that money for Hamer now. I think you think Willie goes and we use that money for Hamer now. Yeah, but the thing is, then we'll have so many new players, and that's great because they're all great players, but we don't have any continuity in the side, and I don't think the club will. I really think they were planning on keeping Rutter. I don't think they're gonna get rid of Nonto. I just don't. I really don't. And you're hearing reports today that are going to stay strong. Beautiful Bielsa links to South American Leeds, vice versa. Yeah, big times, big times. Yerba mate these days are found anywhere. But yeah, no, flipping. I don't think that we're going to meet Stroik's. They're going to meet Voba's valuation. And if they do, Leeds need to start looking quickly at centre-back reinforcements. Because we are weak in terms of squad depth in the centre-half position. We are flipping Brizzler paper thin in that centre-half position. Yeah, we got Stroik. Yeah, we got Roland. Yes, Ampadu can fit in there. But if Ampadu fills in there, we need another holding midfielder. Either we bring in 2 number 8s, or not a number 8 and number 6. Maybe a number 4. 2 people that can play in that holding midfield role. One maybe more box-to-box. One maybe more defensively minded as backup. And then we use Ampadu as backups cover for the centre-half position. But in that case, I still think we can't afford to lose Voba. Because we still need at least 2 top quality centre-half backups, in my opinion. So if we get rid of Voba, we need to start moving quickly. And then we need to sign 2 defenders. But do I see Leeds getting 4 or 5 deals done in these remaining few days? No. That's what's putting me off the idea of Voba going. Because it's going to be very hard to wrap up all these deals. And also very hard to get everyone to gel together. That's what's putting me off. But let me know what you guys think anyway. JT Joe was saying he wants you in a charity box. Oh, I'd love to, mate. I'd love to. I prefer a charity MMA, to be honest. But happily, mate. I don't think he said that. Because he knows he would catch some serious hands. I think he's a bit heavier than me, to be fair. So he might be a bit out of my weight class. But I'll happily fight at a catch weight. Not because I'm saying anything. I'm just ridiculously light. I weigh 60 kg. Which is unfathomably light. But I'll happily fight at a catch weight. 65, 68. No problem, mate. We'll throw some hands. Little shoulder roll here and there. Little shimmy, zam, zam. Just smash the like for you, mate. Thank you so much. We've hit 175 whole damn likes. Thank you guys so much. You absolute living legends. Wow. You guys have been phenomenal today. Can I charity box match Voba? Because I don't like him. We need a good second keeper to challenge Melier. JT, you think we get Hamer because of her personal terms have been accepted? You have heard that, and I've also said that. I think we do. But it's an area of big contention right now. It's an area of huge contention, mate. Huge contention. The bigger you are, the harder you fall. Ask Bruce Lee. Exactly, mate. Exactly, mate. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, mate. Righteous one with a spoon. What a spoon, mate. What a silver spoon. Is it a spice? Bristol's keeper is underrated O'Leary. Deadline day stream. Jared O'Donnell, my man. Jared. Absolute legend. Shout out to you, my brother. My guy, Jared. Absolutely love to. I don't know why. What was I thinking about you? I feel like I spoke to you recently or I was having some sort of thought I don't know, mate. I don't know. Maybe you're in my dream or something. That sounds really weird. But yeah, shout out to you, Jared. Shout out to my boy J Dizzle. Of course, a big gooner, a big Arsenal fan. More likes than watching. Unsubscribe. Oh man, yeah, because you guys are legends, that's why. Yeah, and it's getting late, so a lot of people are probably tuning out. Bronson Reed was a beast last night. I haven't watched the whole episode yet. I've only watched the first half an hour segment. There's been so much Leeds content, and I've been pumping out the shorts. I literally these shorts that I've been making. I don't know if you've seen any of them, like the editing and stuff, and even the transfer video. It takes a long time to edit these stuff. Like, it doesn't just pop out like that. Like, along with the other work I've been doing, my whole day for the past 4 or 5 days has just been consumed with doing my day-to-day work, editing work, videography work, and then doing this work, just covering Leeds and creating content. I have not had a second to even sit down and watch anything. Like today, I finished with the shorts and some of the other things. I went straight to the gym. I came back. I haven't even had a chance to eat my dinner. I had a really quick wash and I came and streamed. It's just been... the transfer season is going crazy. And you know what? I'm not even complaining because I goddamn love it. I haven't been happier. This is the happiest I've been in a long time. And sitting here with you guys on stream is some of the happiest I've been in a very, very long time. I genuinely mean that. Compare this to when I was away from the channel and the passion had gone a little bit and I was, doing other things. This is the happiest I've been. So, genuinely, I want to watch Raw, though. I do want to watch Raw. So, when I get chances, I'm, watching 20-minute snippets here and there. And I'm trying to, avoid spoilers and stuff. All of that stuff. I said unusual, not unsubscribe. Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. It's been capped off by the thing. I use Premiere Pro. I use a few editing softwares, to be fair. I use Premiere Pro. I have been using Premiere Pro. All I'm saying is, forget Premiere Pro even. Real G's know about Sony Vegas, yeah? That's old school stuff. Old school stuff. Real G's know about Sony Vegas Pro. Oh, Jared Donald clearly must be living in your head rent-free. What a guy. Thank you for the £1.99, my brother. Thank you so, so much, Jared. Donald. Torero, thank you for the subscription. Night all up at 5 a.m. Thank you so much, Danny Talks Sport. Bang up season now for JT. Dave Dids, thank you so much, man. Good to hear, night, mate. Thank you so much, Sakamoto Sensei. Good night, my brother. Yeah, Andy, that's because you've always got Sharel on them. Just before we do end, thank you so much for the dono, Jared, my flipping brother as well, mate. Night, Danny lad. There is one last thing I want to talk about. Just the one last transfer news story that I saw earlier, and we will be reigniting this stream tomorrow. I do plan to stream every day for the rest of this transfer window, so don't get me wrong, this ain't the last time we're going to be streaming. If this is the first time quite a few of you maybe popped into the stream, maybe it's something a little bit different, I don't know. As I said, it's not 100% always just news. We like to have a little chin wag and a little talk here. That's kind of the vibe we go for here. So if you like it, hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. But we will be streaming this week. And, of course, we stream every single match week. So, if you do want to watch the games, that's it. JT, thanks for all the super content. You like my Fabrizio Romano. Sony Vegas was my stomping grounds when editing software when I learned the ropes. Yeah, same, mate. Same way. Bloody good stream. Thank you so much, Paul, man. Thank you so much, man. Not active on chat, but listen to you. Save my commute. Thank you so much, Vega, man. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for, man. I hope you enjoyed your thing. That flipping fly, man. That damn fly. He's going to be bugging me all night, man. He's going to be bugging me all night. Thank you so much, Double A, man. Thank you so much. But where is it? Where is that last story? Here we go. It's about so good to see you more. Like your energy. Thank you so much, Satcha. My man. I kept hearing your name actually while I was in the gym. I think that was you. I think you might have liked my reel on Instagram or something. And I've got Siri on. So anytime someone does something on Instagram, I get Siri telling me a notification. I think it was saying like, Satcha liked your reel. Maybe it's someone with a similar name, but I feel like it might have been you. Yeah, reaction is on the internet forever. I suggest you watch it. Shut up, man. We'll forget that. We'll forget that. We'll never see that again. We'll never see that reaction. We'll never see that reaction again. Okay, we'll forget that, shall we? But yes, here is one last story that I did want to wag about. And it is super duper Liam Cooper, whose transfer state of play as ex-Leeds United man is set for Ellen Road reunion. The Tigers are adding to their summer haul of 10 players so far. Defender Liam Cooper could be in line to make a dramatic return to Ellen Road on Saturday afternoon after striking a deal to join his former club, Hull City. Cooper, who left Leeds United earlier in the summer after talks over a new deal failed to come to anything, and will see his return to the MKM Stadium confirmed within the next 24 hours. The 32-year-old made 284 appearances for the Whites during a 10-year stint at West Yorkshire after arriving from Chesterfield, but will be at his former club when City go in search of their first win under Tim Walter, which could be in the squad at Ellen Road. What are your guys' thoughts on potentially seeing super duper Liam Cooper back at Ellen Road? You could do with Luke to slap the floor. Shut up, mate. Shut up, you mug. I can deal with myself, mate. I can handle myself, mate. I'm a grown man. I can handle any fly. Anyone. But I just did want to talk to you guys. Maybe see what you guys said about that, because I haven't heard too many people speak about Liam Cooper, so it's quite an interesting little thing. 2 out of 10 last week, JT, but about a 7 out of 10 now. What's your transfer marks, buddy? Ooh, good way to end it. Good way to end the stream, actually. Let me know what your guys' transfer marks are. What's your rating? In fact, no, forget transfer marks. What's your optimism level for the season now? For the season going ahead for Leeds United, we're talking 1 to 10. So, 5 out of 10. I'm feeling good. I think we could maybe get into the playoffs. I'm feeling relatively optimistic. We'll see how it goes. 7 out of 10. I think we're bang on playoffs. I'm thinking the way things are going, the way the squad is right now, I think we could be scratching for top 2. Maybe we'll make a couple of deals. 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. I'm feeling pretty damn confident that we're going to be in the top 2. 10 out of 10. Woo! We're taking this league by Tony Storm. 7 at most, 8 out of 10, second minimum. Flyweight, haven't won a game yet, have they? Just a huge thank you, Liam. Love your Insta content, thank you very much. Sacha, thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. 8, could be 9 by the end of the week. Could be 9. For me, I'm saying 7.5. And it could be a 9 to 10 by the end of the week. But we'll have to see how things unfold with that one. But right now, it's about a 9. It's about a 9. But we are at 199 likes. Could we make that 200 before we end the stream? That would be pretty crazy. Oh, it is 200. Wow, 200, absolute legend. This is crazy. This is the most support, literally, since that Bielsa stream that I've ever had on stream. I've never had this many people pop in for a stream before. This is crazy. Thank you guys so much. You guys have been absolute legends. Check the clip section. Wait, what does that mean? No, you have not. What are you talking about? I'm actually a bit of a flipping idiot. How do I check the clip section? You're not saying you've clipped me, mate. If you are, mate, how do I do that? Check that, mate. I don't know why I'm being of an idiot. Came up on my algorithm. You don't normally. Righteous one. Well, I'm glad, mate. I'm glad you're here, mate. I'm glad you're here. The righteous one. JT, you sleek. Good news, bro. You sleek. You sleek. Legend Mark. Yeah, I just want to hear what you're saying about the clips before we do chop off here. But you guys have been absolutely phenomenal today. You are flipping. I cannot muzzle myself here with how amazing you guys have been. Check the clips section. What the blimey crikey are you talking about, mate? Quando tre. I'm gonna have to see this after. I know the create highlight. I know the clip video. I don't know if you're you made a clip. I know how that works on Twitch, just not YouTube. Anyway, we will find out more about that later, and we'll find out more about Leeds United tomorrow. So make sure you stay tuned tomorrow. South Stand signings coming at you tomorrow. Some more short content, of course, and of course stay up to date with Twitter and everything up to date with that if you want to be a member. and get involved in some of the future content that we do make on this channel, of course, the membership system is there. The lowest tier is, of course, enough to get you involved with the future content plan that we do have. More information coming on that after the transfer window. And the higher tiers are basically just, you know, if you can and if you just really want to support because you just feel like it. But, again, completely unnecessary, not needed. They're just there just to give you the option. Because obviously it does help creating the content. Only growth from here. JT, thank you very much. Andres, thank you guys so much again. I know I sound like I'm going on a bloody glazing spree here, glazing donuts. But you guys have actually been so amazing the past week or so, past week and a half. Phenomenal support. And listen, I don't mind just slagging me off either, because you know what? I deserve it. I'm a bit of a mug sometimes, so I enjoy that as well. But thank you guys so much. It's been a pleasure streaming with you guys. We'll be back tomorrow with some more content and, of course, a live stream in the evening as well. So if you want to tune in and enjoy that one, then come along in the evening for another chinwag. And we will hopefully be discussing a lot more transfer activity. I'm also going to try and work on a new background for this. I have a whole background set up for the watch-alongs. I'm going to try and design a new one for this kind of talk screen kind of thing. And just glossing over all the graphics and make sure everything is looking nice and sharp for tomorrow. But for now, guys, as I said, thank you guys so much for popping in. And I will see you guys soon. Is Sallai really incoming? You'll have to tune in tomorrow to find that out. See you guys. Thank you guys so much. Au revoir, my brothers and my sisters.